Yes, welcome back to another video, guys. That's right, today we're back for another movie review, and we're back for the new A24 film, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Now, before we get started, just to say, there's been a bit of a lack of videos lately. That's purely just because I've been super busy, but don't worry, guys, the videos are going to keep coming. I actually have a couple in the works. One I'm really excited about, pretty big video involving a few other YouTubers. So yeah, there is something special coming to the channel, and videos will continue to happen. Just been very busy lately. But anyway, I did get to see this film, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I got to go to an early unlimited screening of it. I don't think this film's out to the rest of the properly for another week or two. So I thought I'd jump on and share my thoughts in a little non-spoiler review here. So anyway, as I say, this is the brand new A24 movie. It is directed by Halina Regeane. Apologies if pronouncing that wrong, because I probably am. And this is about when a group of young, rich girls and these two guys meet up in a big house, big mansion, and to have a party. All of a sudden, a huge hurricane hits, and during the hurricane, they decide to play a game where someone is a murderer, and then things escalate. So yeah, by that, people start dying. Now, this film I wasn't a big fan on the trailer. I wasn't sure about this one. I wasn't getting... It didn't seem like a typical A24 film. And it didn't really... I don't know. The trailers just didn't wow me at all. And I'm not a huge Pete Davidson fan. Of course, they're plastering him all over the posters and trailers for this because he's the biggest name. I'm not a big fan on him normally. So, yeah, I really wasn't sure about this one. But I'm going to be honest, I walked out of this one and I had a blast. I thought it was so much fun. It reminded me a lot of the film which came out in 2019 starring Samara Weaving called Ready or Not. And I loved Knives Out. I get the feeling I kind of love a murder or a whodunit type thing with a group of strangers with these extreme outlandish characters. The horror comedy genre. I guess I kind of just really like that genre. It's kind of a sweet spot for me because once again, I love this movie. I know some people aren't enjoying it as much as me. Some people are enjoying it as much as me, but this one just hit a really good spot for me. I had a blast with it. So yeah, I thought the story itself, it was very simple at the start, like what it was. You know, they're going to play a game, a murder mystery one, and then there is actually a murderer. Somebody is killing these people. And it is a whodunit thing, and the film plays off that really well. And I want to say that the conclusion of the movie, the murderer, how these deaths happened, is really cool, and it made a lot of sense to me, and it didn't feel like a cop-out, which can sometimes happen with movies. You know, you watch the end, you get to the end, you're like, really? They did it? But this one I thought was handled really well. But I don't think none of it would have worked as well if it wasn't for the great characters and the good writing behind them. They're just a group of modern teenage kids, really. I mean, 20-year-olds, as I say. And, turning 25 in just over a month myself, I can relate to a lot of these kids. You know, they're my sister's age. So, yeah, this is, house parties and stuff. Very American. You know, I'm British, so I don't get that side of it. But, on TikTok all the time and getting drunk. But they all are very different, which I think was really cool. There's, kind of a very extreme one, a loud one who just wants to party all the time. There's the quiet, shy one. And there's a moody one. And it's interesting. There's a lot of relationship drama as well, which plays into the whole whodunit thing really well. And I think this film knows what it is. It's very self-aware, and it doesn't push itself too far, which is why I think the runtime and the pacing in this movie is great. It doesn't need to stretch these characters out, stretch the plot out. It's very self-contained. It goes as far as it needs to go. But being A24, there's also some really great technical elements to do with this movie. I think the cinematography is fantastic, especially at the start, like when it's establishing a lot of the characters. There's like the opening where you meet a lot of them, involves a swimming pool, and some of the cinematography there is gorgeous. And of course, during the movie, when there's a lot of tension scenes, it's very dark a lot of the movie because it's during a thunderstorm and there's a blackout, there's a power cut. And, there are a lot of characters sneaking about in the house. And the camera work is brilliant. It's great at helping to build that tension by doing a lot of close-ups. You're constantly like, oh my god, please turn the camera. I need to know what else is going on in this scene. And the sound mixing I thought was really good as well. Really great, like how you're in this dead quiet moment, which was so cool. And then as soon as you're thrown out into the storm, you're aware of how loud and violent it is outside, and I thought that was excellent. And yeah, overall, I don't really have many complaints with this movie. I actually thought it was really good. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to blow you away like some of A24's films. Like, you know, we've had Everything Everywhere All at Once this year. You get these incredibly artistic movies like The Lighthouse that come out. And it's not quite on that level, obviously, but it is really fun. And as I said, the horror elements, it is creepy at times. And the humour works really well. I've laughed out loud 4 or 5 times in this movie. And as I say, I'm not a big Pete Davidson fan, but he was actually quite funny in this movie. Yeah, there's a line where they're slapping people, and there's a bit where Pete Davidson ends up slapping someone near the start of the movie, and I swear to God, it absolutely killed me. I was rolling in the cinema. And there's a bit at the end which I thought was really funny as well. But overall, you know, this film, it just hit a really good spot with me personally. But I definitely think overall it's a very good film, without a doubt. But I'm going to give this film an 8 out of 10. So there you go, guys. There's my review of Bodies. So way too many bodies there. 3 bodies. Bodies. There we go. Guys, go check this film out. It's really good. It's a really fun A24 film. Probably, I put it on, I've got a Letterboxd ranking out of A24 films, and it's fallen sort of around the middle of the pack. It's a very, very solid movie. I had a blast with it. And yeah, just go in there. You know, you got to take the film for what it is. And as long as you can do that, I think you will have an absolute blast with it. It's one of the best of the year, I'd say. For me, at least. Anyway, thank you so much for watching as always, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. And as always, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye.